Apparently I'm a full-time YouTuber, and I have no idea how this happened. I didn't intend for it to be this way, but obviously I've been posting like almost every day. And I think what's happening is I'm seeing the power of this platform. I'm seeing the potential of YouTube for an artist like me, a filmmaker, somebody who creates work that generally we hope winds up on HBO or Amazon or Showtime, or, you know, people usually host it on Vimeo. And I'm starting to feel better about YouTube, and I'm starting to feel more like I think there are greater possibilities here. You're going to have to excuse my voice a little bit today. I'm a little hoarse because I was rehearsing a lot yesterday, and I didn't hydrate well enough, I guess. You know, I think what's happening here is that initially I came on YouTube because I just wanted to get monetized. Like, I just wanted an extra stream of income, something that would make my life a little bit easier, and also something that I could use for practicing. And, you know, like for example, right now, this shot that just seems so simple, that is just going to be one shot with no B-roll, nothing else, just a talking head shot, was incredibly crazy to get together. I'm shooting with a 75mm anamorphic lens. I'm 10 feet away from the camera, so I had to do, you know, manual focus because I'm far away. I wanted to shoot at a fast aperture so I could blur out most of the background, not completely, but I had to work with the lights. I had to change my color, Kelvin. I had to set up the lights from far away. I had to set up the frame. In a room that you wouldn't believe what it actually looks like. And I'm not going to show you because it's my bedroom and it's a mess and it's private. But it's good practice, you know, trying to set something like this up. And in fact, I don't even know if this is going to work. I might be too dark. Matter of fact, I'm going to turn this light up a little bit. And that might be better. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm starting to realize that there's great power here at YouTube because, like it or not, most people are watching YouTube now as opposed to Netflix or the news or anything. People are coming to YouTube. I would say YouTube and TikTok are probably the two biggest platforms right now. And I don't even use TikTok, so maybe I should think about it. I can't believe I'm saying that because I want less social media, not more. But anyway, that's why I'm here now, because I'm thinking I'm kind of full-time. I see myself getting monetized. I see the possibilities of making more money. I see the possibility of more people seeing my work. I see the possibility of a place to bring my finished filmmaking work, and I can make money while doing it right here. I can do everything right here on YouTube. So, yeah. Whether I like it or not, I mean, I'm a full-time YouTuber, I'm a full-time filmmaker, I'm a full-time theater artist, I'm a full-time creative. But I'm no longer gonna like look at YouTube as something less than anything else. And like if I can't get my movie on HBO, it's a failure. I could put it right up here. I mean, I think YouTube is growing in a way that's pretty incredible. And by the way, I think all you easy mode people, you're going to fall by the wayside eventually, because I think as more creatives start to look at this as a genuine place for their work, I think people are going to expect better quality, you know, although I don't even know about that. You know what I mean? Like maybe YouTube is the place that can house everything and everybody. Maybe YouTube is the most inclusive platform for everything and anybody. Maybe this is democracy right here. I don't know. You know, time will tell. We'll see what happens. I do want to talk about this, though. I think that, you know, I was looking at somebody's channel this morning, this woman, Tracy, and I'll link her channel in the description. She's always talking about being prepared for emergencies and things like that. And it's not like a crazy conspiracy theory site or something like that. She's just talking about, like, what if the power goes out? What if the internet goes down? What if there's a fire? What if something happens in your community and you have to get out? What if you have a fire, you know, like a big fire like what's happening in LA right now? And I find it really valuable. She's talking about canning and using jars to store food that you can later bring back to life, like freeze drying food. Really valuable stuff to stay healthy, to stay prepared, to stay alive, to stay together as a family. I find it really invaluable. So what I think is, here at YouTube, if you're creating content, if you're creating art, if you're an artist who's making work that's supposed to be like, you know, contributing to society, or even if it's just for entertainment, just fun, whatever, I think it's a good idea to be prepared to not have the internet, not be able to share it. And so I think you should own a lot of storage, hard drives, SSD drives that you can connect to your computer, a computer that does not need to be online. Have software that does not need to be online. Like DaVinci Resolve, I don't ever have to be online in order to use it. To upgrade things like that, yes, but if I just want to edit videos, if I want to make an entire film, I don't have to have any internet service. I know there's a lot of software that requires you to be online all the time. Try to create a working environment where you don't have to rely upon being online, and try to have backup. Like, you know, I learned this the hard way when I was working in the music business. I didn't have a power backup for my studio. And one day the power went out right in the middle of an important lead vocal with somebody who did like the vocal of her lifetime. And we lost it because I didn't have a power bank. And so they're not really that expensive. I have a power bank because, like, if the power goes out, anything happens, you know, it's not like a generator where I could live for 3 weeks or something like that, but at least I'm not going to lose what I'm doing in that moment. And I could work for another 6 to 8 hours and save things and take care of everything and maybe even get a little bit more work done. I think it's important to have all of your devices powered up before you go to bed every night, because you never know what's going to happen while you're sleeping. I just think you should be in a situation where you have stuff that are going to give you the opportunity to be more self-reliant in case anything happens. Like all of my lights, all of my microphones, everything, they're rechargeable. And so they don't have to be plugged in. Matter of fact, none of my gear has to be plugged in. I have like 12 batteries for my cameras. So they don't have to be plugged in. I just have to keep them powered all the time. And I do that. It's just part of my life's work, you know, just to make sure everything is powered. And I just think it's really incredible. You know, I saw a play a couple of years ago in LA, just a small independent play. I can't even remember the name of it right now. But it was about a circumstance like this where everything goes down. And of course, being an artist, I thought to myself, what would I do in that kind of situation? How would I, you know, do my work? How would I contribute to a community? What if the power went out for 6 months? You know, I could create art even if the power went out. If I had solar opportunity, you know, a solar kind of power for my gear, which exists, you know, you have solar rechargers for cell phones. I mean, just try to look at every possible opportunity to not be completely, you know, dependent upon the grid. And I am not a conspiracy theorist or any of that kind of stuff. I'm not a prepper. I'm not any of that. I'm just an artist. But I'm thinking, what if I didn't have an opportunity to use all this stuff? What would I do? You know, and what if I was in a community where we were all kind of trapped down with no power and nothing like that? I could still create art. And I could share that art with people and, you know, make it seem a little bit easier for everybody, you know? Or maybe contribute, or maybe include everybody in that art. Like, it's just good to be prepared just in case things happen. Especially if you have children, family, elders. You know, think about all that kind of stuff. But I'm not qualified to talk about anything other than creative stuff. And when it comes to camera gear, lenses, lights, sound equipment, computers, editing, storage, power, all that kind of stuff, every one of those things has an option that does not rely upon the grid. And I think given what's going on in the country right now, it's probably a good idea to think like that. Not to say that, you know, crazy things are going to happen, but I think crazy things are happening already. And this is definitely on my mind enough to share a video like this. And also just, I guess, to make the declaration that, yeah, I guess I am a full-time YouTuber. I'm going to double down on this. I'm going to try everything that I can to grow this channel. And I guess what makes me feel best about it is that I feel like, obviously, I'm not going to be your average YouTuber. I'm not going to be this guy, and I'm not going to do all that kind of stuff. But I am going to try to make myself really searchable. I'm kind of going to try to grow a genuine audience organically for the long haul. I'm going to try to be completely inclusive of everybody, even the people I disagree with and people who disagree with me. And like I said, if you don't like me, get in line. There's plenty of people like that. I'm not somebody who thinks everybody loves me. But I know that I have a lot on my mind all the time, and I'm willing to share it. And I'm willing to contribute it. And I'm lucky that I'm a creative person and I'm an artist. And so I get to do that in a way that is maybe more fun than just talking about it. You know, I could write a play, I could make a film, I can make an album, I can do pretty much all of that. And I think that's really valuable. So that's what I'm going to do, and I highly encourage everybody out there to prepare themselves to be less reliant. Like right now, I know some of these lights could die in the middle of this. I know that they were all charged last night, but I'm running some of them at 100% because I had to be so far away from there, and I had to have the lights away from me because they're right here. Like I have a light, it's just outside of the camera, and so it's got to be brighter, obviously, so it can reach me. And so, yeah, those are my suggestions for the day. And I think that's all I'm going to talk about in this YouTube video today. So how do you like this? I'm shooting with a 75mm anamorphic lens. This is in a scope aspect ratio, which is what you usually see in the movies. And I'm practicing some stuff because I'm shooting a film. I'm thinking of delivering it in 2.39 to 1 scope. And so I'm practicing. And so, yeah, welcome to my process. Welcome to my journey. And welcome to Rokkor, a full-time YouTuber, along with everything else. I guess I finally had to get comfortable with the fact that being a YouTuber is not in any way a judgment of my other creative work. It doesn't make me less than, or doesn't make me like I gave up or I couldn't cut it or whatever. It just gives me more places to share my work. And I already canceled my Vimeo on-demand subscription because why pay another $300 a year for a pro subscription? That was never enough for me anyway, when I can do everything that I was doing at Vimeo right here at YouTube. Like, I don't have to do that. So, yeah, makes sense. So onward we go. Let's see what happens. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Please hit the like button. Please consider joining my Patreon. And you know what? If you're interested in any of this gear, I have affiliate links in my description. And so that helps out this channel a lot and allows me to do what I have to do and supports me a little bit. Doesn't cost you any extra. So if you're interested in any of my gear, if you look at the description and you want to check it out, click on those links. I have Amazon and B&H, which is a big filmmaking, pro audio, all kinds of tech place here in New York City. And yeah, I'm going to end this video right now.